today we'll have our first guest is Philippe Arama from Chile. He's really an old friend of mine. We first got in touch via email or Facebook, something like that. He's also a friend with a really good friend of mine from Rome, Gianpaolo, who used to play in High Circle, which is also one of his favorite bands, Philippe's. And we share a lot of our musical interests overlap, like 7 Seconds, Verbal Assault, the DC scene like Rites of Spring, or bands from later on like Police and Thieves. And he's been in a lot of bands in Chile. For example, he was in Remission, he was in this band called Invierno, and then he moved to Berlin in 2020, and he's been playing in a few bands over here, most notably Drink Deep, where he sings.
I wanna see more about that.
He should be here in a few minutes. Hey, Philippe, long time no see.
How's it going?
Hey, how's it going? All good?
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Thanks for having me.
So you've been here, right? So you've been here a few times.
Yeah, I've been to Goodwill HQ at least 5 times.
Yeah, there you go. So you know where everything is. Maybe just pick some records that you like, and then we talk about them. What
Sure.
about that?
Sure, let's...
All right, yeah, just look around. Move on.
Trust and how I should feel. I am the enemy of silence, here to speak out against your institution. I decide and won't let you drag me down.
All right, so that's what you found?
Yeah.
Okay.
I pulled out 5 records. Of course, there's so much more, but these really caught my eye.
Do you know this one or?
Yeah, of course. So everything I picked out is pretty much because I love it. This first one, Reason to Believe, this is their debut 7-inch. It originally came out on this label called Soul Force, but then it got reissued by Nemesis, which was Frank Harrison's. This guy used to play bass in this band, Carrie Nation.
Big Frank.
Yeah, Big Frank.
He was a bouncer, like a bunch of shows in.
Yeah, in Long Beach.
Beach,
Then he worked at a record store called Zed's.
True.
It's like he was really part of that.
He recently passed away,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It sucks. So we're gonna listen to this one. This is a special band to me because it was very influential to my band Remission, the one that you know about.
Right.
Remission lasted about 11 years. So, I mean, it has been my longest lasting band.
Yeah.
And the fact that they were so influential even made me want to do a rip-off cover for the last LP that we put out.
Okay, of what?
So when Remission put out the Enemy of Silence LP on React Records, we wanted to do this limited cover. Okay. And I chose the artwork of the LP. When Reason
Sleep.
Demons Dance. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I had to like trace the letters and basically make a remission out of these like letters and then improvise some more. So it came out nicely. Yeah.
So it exists?
I'll show it to you.
Oh, fantastic.
It's real cool. 50 copies.
Wow. So how does somebody like from, you're from Santiago de Chile, right?
Yeah.
How does somebody from Santiago de Chile hear about Reason to Believe that is quite a small band?
True. I don't know, man. I think that ever since I got into hardcore, specifically like very melodic hardcore, I just did a lot of like deep dive research into bands that I, could find interesting through labels, through like show flyers, thank you lists in the back of records or CDs. Here's
a question, because you're a little bit younger. Did you maybe first discover the next band?
Sensefield?
Sensefield.
Yeah. I think it was probably, I heard Sensefield first because they were a Revelation band.
Right,
and everybody knows Revelation.
Yeah.
And then I discovered Reason to Believe, and
that would totally make sense.
Yeah.
That you go, oh, that guy was in this band. And
also
go,
right. Yeah. So this the first track is called True Love Always. And I've always thought that's like such a nice phrase,
Let's check it out.
Yeah, let's play it. So this is like perfect condition. Look at the corners.
Nice.
Very nice.
Is there an insert?
Yeah, it's got the insert with the yellow ink and the screaming face. This comes from the demo tape that they put out.
Yeah, the demo, I was talking to somebody and it might be released finally.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure by whom, But I was interested in that, of course, you know, like with my label, and somebody said, I think Rodney is the guy in charge.
Yeah, the guitar player.
Yeah, it might be coming out. Yeah,
I wish.
I was talking to the drummer, and he was saying, yeah, this really should come out. Should really come out on vinyl. So let's see. Let's see what happens.
Let's see. All right, so we're gonna go the first song, "True Love Always." Go. And this is so cool. I do hope that it comes out. So what'd you think?
Yeah, great.
Great stuff, huh?
Cool.
Plus the lyrics are heavy. It's about an abusive relationship. Yeah, man. So it's like very deceiving, right? You would expect it to be a love song, but it's actually about, you know, the false idea that abusers give about what love is and how like they'll make up for it.
Yeah. It reminds me actually of your band. You know, listen to Reason to Believe. Actually, it reminds me a lot of Remission.
Yeah.
You do see that?
Yeah, that was all on purpose. Like they were influential for sure.
Yeah. Great band.
It's funny because like Reason to Believe was influential to Remission. And then later when I started this emo band, Invierno, with members of Remission, one of our biggest influences was Sensefield.
Oh, right.
So I've always been connected to like these musicians.
So John Bunch.
In a way. John Bunch, also rest in peace, an amazing singer. Yeah, who also recorded an album with this band, Further Seems Forever, which is way more like indie emo than like you know, traditional 90s emo.
Of course, yeah. Wow.
Great singer.
Absolutely.
R.I.P.
Gone too soon.
Yeah, man, drugs.
Sucks. Oh, man. So, we listened to Reason to Believe. What do we have next?
So I picked out some other stuff, but it'd be really cool if you showed me this.
Oh, right. SNFU, I mean, of course you must be a fan of SNFU, right?
I know them and I like them. I know they're Canadian. But I actually don't know that much about them. So I was hoping that you would tell me some stuff.
Right. SNFU, they're an amazing band, Canadian band, right, from Edmonton. And basically they, this is like 1988, 1989, they came to Yugoslavia to play. And so in Yugoslavia, we had this city in the top left corner called Ljubljana. And that was like really, you probably also heard of this compilation, Hardcore Ljubljana. It was like, it was a big hardcore city. And they went to play there. And then, you know, because I was on this hardcore scene, but I was in the military service, obligatory military service at the time, I was still receiving fanzines and stuff. And there were all these fanzines with this guy, you know, in the air, flipping around. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what is that? And then I watch, finally, you know, these gig reports come out, and they all give a date when they played in Ljubljana. And that date was one day before I arrived to Ljubljana to do my military service. I was like, fucking hell, I missed them by one day.
Yeah.
You know, had I come maybe a few days earlier, I would have probably gone and seen them, and just like escaped from the barracks like I did so many times for other bands. I went to see Youth of Today, for example. They played in January. But this band, they played in November, and it was just like, I don't know, like a day after. And
well, did you get to see them later?
I got to see them later. I did, but there were no jumps. There were no. It was Chai Pig was already, I would say, well in his 60s, and yeah, and there was no much, you know, motion and stuff like that. It was a great show. He was still a great performer. He was a very sweet man. After the show, we talked, and he was very, very friendly, and we took photos together and stuff. But yeah, like it wasn't like seeing them in the 80s, of course.
And I take it it's a rare 7-inch because of the price?
Yeah, it's pretty rare. I would say it's not really sure whether how official it is. Okay. Because there are different versions, and when you check on Discogs, some seem to be unofficial, some seem to be okay. No idea. Okay. So yeah, maybe we can listen to Life of a Bag Lady. Life of a Bag Lady? What the hell does that mean?
I mean, by the artwork, I would assume it's about a...
Yeah, like, it probably is.
But I don't know. Let's
check it out.
Let's check it out. Do the honors.
All right, here we go.
That was cool, man.
Cool. It. Oh, yeah. Glad you liked it.
It was thrashier than what I expected. Because I think that sometimes I associate SNFU with like their more mid-90s.
Okay.
Kind of like punk Arama. Yeah. Like Epitaph stuff.
Yeah. Maybe the sound was a bit cleaner. I mean, if you listen to, I don't know, their first album, it's in my opinion, it's very unproduced. It's kind of like if somebody produced that album, maybe it's slicker, it would sound maybe 10 times more powerful, and but live they were an incredible band. I think the live energy maybe didn't really transfer so well on the LP. But yeah, they were not until the 90s. I think their albums were not really like so greatly produced. I mean, 80s production,
which is never a bad thing. I mean, neither was this album. Like,
oh wow,
production on here. Like, people always say that the guitar sounds thin, but that doesn't take away from like the beauty of the songs, right?
I totally see that. Yeah.
18 song LP. I mean, not too many bands were doing that.
Yeah,
especially in '84.
Yeah. Such a classic.
Yeah, man. It's cool you have this. I'm sure someone will buy it soon, or they should.
Yeah. I mean, fucking hell. This was like, I don't know, these songs that are on this album, they still play them till day.
Yeah.
You know,
like
which is the song that you requested Because you sang a song with 7 seconds,
I
right?
did. So 3 years ago, I was in Philadelphia.
Uh-huh.
I was spending my birthday weekend there, following the band around. Saw them in Brooklyn, saw them in Philly, then saw them in Boston. And I asked Kevin, whom I met back in 2004 at a show at a Chain Reaction near Los Angeles.
Anaheim.
Yeah, and then we kept in touch over the years. So I asked him after like several encounters, like, hey man, is it okay if I sing my favorite song with you guys? He's like your favorite 7 second song? I'm like, yeah, my favorite 7 second song, but also my favorite song, period, of all hardcore.
Okay.
He's like, all right, which one? In Your Face. Which is on the next album, right? On Walk Together. And he's like, yeah, man, no problem. So they're going through the set. I don't know when the song's gonna like get played, and then suddenly like he sees me front row, of course, because I'm singing along to everything. And he's like, come on, like, get up. I'm just like,
wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So it was like one of the best moments of my life.
Man.
With 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Such a cool band.
I mean, of course, they still play Young Till I Die to this day.
Yeah.
And like, I think one of the really cool things about 7 seconds was their lyrics, you know, because who else was singing about not just boys fun?
At that time, they were pioneers.
Yeah, or Bully.
Yeah.
You know, these are lyrics that transcend the time. They're like actual, they're, you know, today.
They're eternal.
So Colorblind, like all these things, they're like, you know, it's kind of like, they single-handedly coined that term posi-core.
Yeah.
7 seconds.
Yeah, and positive, not in that like naive way, but just very like towards self-improvement and like tackling important issues, you know, like sexism, racism, anti-war, you know, like anti-violence. And then there's also like love songs, like Trust, which is amazing. Die Hard, like I used to cover that with my first band, Remains to Be Seen.
Okay.
Yeah. Color. Man, so many hits.
So many. Yeah, basically, I saw them live not that long before you saw them live. I saw them live in 1999. We went to United States to tour with my band This Side Up, and we were in Virginia Beach. So Virginia Beach is not far from Norfolk. We were actually sleeping in Norfolk at a friend's. And then the Warped Tour came through town, and we're like, okay, we have a day off. Let's go to Warped Tour. But of course, that thing is kind of pricey. We are like 4 guys on tour, like skint, no money. And so we came to this parking lot, and it's a huge parking lot. It's like, you think IKEA parking lot times 10. So it wasn't even like a arena or something, like a football, like American football kind of stadium. Right. It was just like an indoor place, gym probably, but it was a huge parking lot. And we just parked. We're like, oh my God, we're not gonna be able to come back here. There are so many cars. And we were standing there, and who passes by? The guitar player of Avail, right? And I was like, hey. And he remembered us because we played together like maybe 1 year before. Okay. And just a few months before, Avelos was on tour with another Italian band, friends of ours, By All Means. So they just finished that tour, and they were playing on the Warped Tour. And he's like, hey, I can get you guys in. I was like, oh my God, that's so amazing. So four of us, we go in, he gets us in. And so there is Avail, there is H2O. And H2O goes on stage, they play 3 songs, and they stop. And I see the guitar player taking off his guitar, and the drummer goes away. I was like, what kind of set is that, 3 songs? Yeah. And then he says, and tonight, our special guests, they were not on the bill, but they were in the city, 7 seconds. I was like, oh my God, I'm seeing my favorite band, you know. They were not even supposed to play. Okay. So Kevin comes on stage, everybody, you know, Steve Hughes, like everybody's there, and they play Young Till I Die, they play We're Gonna Fight. They play all these like, just the hits. There was nothing for, no like small songs from later on, just the hits.
No rare cuts, just what the people want.
Exactly. And it was like, I don't know how many songs they played, like a short set, but it's so amazing of H2O that they actually gave their own time to another band. And they said, okay, take this time from us. We're gonna play shorter, but you're gonna be on the bill. And that was my experience with 7 seconds.
Respect.
Yeah, I talked to him and I said, yeah, you're friends with my friend Gianpaolo. I've already mentioned him for the 2nd time. And he's like, yeah, of course, yeah, Gianpaolo from Rome. And yeah, it was a great experience. Cool. Which song would you play?
I love them all, but I would like to hear Bully.
Yeah?
Because I think it might be my favorite song.
Really?
Of this album? LP. Yeah. Like I remember Good Clean Fun covered it on a 7 Seconds tribute album.
Okay.
Came out on CD.
Is that the one that came out on Reflections?
Yeah, with the magazine.
Yeah.
So Bully,
Okay, that's the second to last song.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, so we're going to side 2. We got our speed 30 feet.
All you talk about is you, but we've got better things to do. You're proving that you're dumb and shit, but we're for real, so don't forget what fun you're not. We play, you fight, you're off, we're not. And that chip is all you got. You go out and fight the world, and beat up boys, and beat up girls, and nothing's gonna change the way you look at us, but we just say we're fun, and you're not. We play, you fight, you're off, we're not. And that chip is all you got. We're fun, you're not. We play, you fight, you're off, we're not. That chip is all you got. And now another bully comes, beat your ass where you run. He'll be here to wear the crown until another comes around. We're fun, you're not. We play, you fight, you're off, we're not. That chip is all you got.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Cool.
Yeah. Man, those that like echo at the end of the song, they changed the mix later. And you can't find that on the CD.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So like, you know, sometimes vinyl holds all these surprises.
Oh my God, this is so great.
Same thing with Youth of Today, like because they had so many reissues and like you know their stuff was originally on Caroline and Schism.
Yeah.
And then when Revelation put it out again, or like Chain of Strength, they had their 7 inches, and then they came out later on that 12-inch compilation, The One Thing That Still Holds True. The mixes were always like changing a little bit.
Cool.
So it's cool to like discover the differences and
that's
hear
great.
these
This is a great piece of information for people who are into vinyl. You know, like it's really like wow, I didn't know that. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. And another nerdy piece of information is like how, you know, first pressing is like red lettering.
Yeah.
So then you have like a very cool sort of royal blue here. And then later pressings were a little like lighter blue.
Yeah.
So what we have here is an older pressing of the LP.
Yeah, BYO.
Classic 80s hardcore formula of, you know, black and white with like single color.
Very kind of photocopy black and white, like really high contrast black and white.
Grainy. You know, almost looking like a Xeroxed flyer.
Exactly. Exactly.
And then, man, I've always loved these photos, like Kevin repping the Discord t-shirt, you know, fresh batch.
Yeah, there was a time when he started wearing this paint under his eyes. You know where it comes from?
Yeah, like
American football.
American football, right? Which 10-yard fight them like sort of ripped off.
I mean, people thought it was like Native Americans or something, you know, like the war paint. But then he explained, no, it's like from American football. The players wear it so the sun doesn't reflect so much. Yeah. So they put it underneath the eye so they can see better. Yeah. No, I don't know how useful it was at punk rock shows, but why not?
Yeah. Go nuts.
There was a band called Tear Me Down. Ever heard of them?
Never.
Okay, they were kind of contemporaries of my band, and we played together a lot. And their singer, who was into 7 Seconds, would do the same thing. You know.
I think I may have done that in high school once.
Right? There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what else we got.
Oh, I see HARD-ONS over there, huh?
HARD-ONS, yeah, dude. I love this band so much.
Okay.
So they recently played Berlin at this jazz club in Charlottenburg. Yeah,
which one?
I forget the name, but man, they played a show. I think it was in October. It was amazing, man. Yeah, it was so damn good. And you know, I never got to see them because I lived in South America.
Right.
They did play Argentina though, once. Wow. But I couldn't make it. And they had this connection with Argentina because they put out a CD split with this band Boom Boom Kid. Necro from Fun People.
Necro from Fun People. Yeah.
So Necro was like obsessed with HARD-ONS, and then so I think because of that CD split, South Americans, especially Argentinians and Chileans, they got a little bit introduced to the HARD-ONS.
Okay.
Yeah, and coincidentally, an Argentinian friend showed me this band. She knew that like I love the Ramones and I love Descendants.
There you go.
So she knew that I would love them.
Absolutely.
She had tons of 7 inches, including this one.
Yeah.
And I remember, it must have been the summer of 2005. she showed me hard-ons, and I've been in love ever since. 20 years ago.
What did you hear first?
So I think I heard the first couple 7-inches, which is this one from '85, later reissued.
Was there a girl in a sweater? Is that also?
Yeah, that's like one of the early ones. So here we got There Was a Time, Surfing on My Face.
Yeah, There Was a Time is a great song.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was the lineup on the last show?
So the lineup was Blackie on guitar, which is like the original guitar player. Ray on bass.
Right.
And the cool thing about Ray is he does all of the, not all, but like most of the illustrations.
Yeah.
So he's a great artist.
Absolutely.
Does really cool like comic style looking graphics.
Yeah.
And drummer is this younger dude that's been with the band for quite a few years. And the singer, that's like the most recent addition to the band. He's just like old rock and roll guy who played and sang in this other band. I don't know. He's okay. He's okay. Yeah.
Does he know how to sing?
He performs. He's got good pipes.
It's not always a bad thing. Like I watched Undertones a couple of years back with a new singer, not Figar Sharkey, and I kind of like the new singer, maybe even better.
Wow.
You know, it was
and
really
Buzzcocks. I mean, you still love the Buzzcocks, even though you know, Rip Pete.
Yeah, sometimes it's not you know, a horrible thing.
Yeah.
But you know how I discovered HARD-ONS, it was through the artwork. You know Dick Cheese?
Yeah.
I bought Dick Cheese. I was like,
the LP.
What the fuck is this? I saw this cover. I was like, I wonder what it sounds like, because you have no idea. It could have been metal, could have been hardcore, could have been anything. Yeah. And it was way more melodic than I thought. I was like, wow, there's some great songs here.
Yeah, very surfy.
Yeah. But do you also find them, for the lack of a better word, maybe inconsistent? Like their songwriting is like either an amazing pop punk song or something trashy.
Eclectic, I would say.
Eclectic, that's maybe a better term.
It's true, because like especially with their 2000s LPs, they have like even metal songs. You know, like zero punk. Yeah. It's just zero punk rock sounding. It's just like straight up metal or like thrash. Or grind. So it's like, what the hell? It doesn't make much sense. Yeah. But you know, like they'll throw a little.
Eclectic is a good word. It's a little. It reminds me a little bit of Descendants. They also have this kind of like trashy, fast, hardcore, blah blah blah, and then pop punk.
Kind of like Enjoy era Descendants. Like kind of like, let's be weird, let's be funny.
Exactly.
And the HARD-ONS, you know, they have an amazing formula for pop punk songs. Among all the kinds of songs they have, like I would say the pop punk formula is the best.
The best, absolutely, absolutely.
So catchy.
I would say the same for Descendants. You know, same thing. You know, these Bill Stevenson songs that he writes, and amazing.
Like silly girl style songs.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, what are we gonna listen to?
Let's listen to There Was a Time.
Great, great choice. Love this song. Is there a little bit of Pusshead influence here?
Yeah,
what would you say?
There might be some Pusshead influence for sure. Although I don't know what Ray was like into. Maybe he was also into like comics and like horror films and stuff.
But it does remind a little bit of Pusshead.
Yeah. It's got like a more naive, more playful sort of Pusshead style.
Yeah, true
like,
that.
I don't think Pusshead ever did Smiling Skulls, but here we have a little Smiling Skull. Maybe this is Ray. I mean, it does look like him a little bit. Okay. Yeah, the bass player.
Like today.
Yeah.
Ray of today.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So let's check this out. Ooh. And great condition.
Nice.
Somebody should pick this up.
Yeah. I mean.
Great.
More art.
Yeah. More art by Ray, bass player.
Oh, Keith's dick.
Oof.
Oh man.
Punch bowl. Take that, you trendy shit. Inner city prick. I don't know what city they were from, but yeah, Australia. Yeah, never been there.
Sydney.
Sounds special.
Yeah. That's a great label, Waterfront. They brought a lot of great releases.
Yep.
So first song on
first jam, 45.
Go. Did we get the right speed?
Yeah.
There was a time when I thought about you. There was a time when I thought about you. There was a time when I thought about you. There was a time when I thought about you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow, you used to be my number one.
like inner sleeves.
Right. We had them in Yugoslavia a lot.
Brazilians also had these.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We didn't have those paper ones or the ones that are like lined paper ones with plastic.
Yeah.
Only these. And especially for LPs, there would always be these inner sleeves. And then they would get a bit cramped inside.
Yeah,
you know,
like the corner or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So this is good that it's kind of like shaped to the vinyl, so it slips way better, way smoother. Smooth.
If I didn't own all of these already,
okay,
I'd be taking all of them. And I know you have more hard-on 7-inches.
I do.
With your label distro.
White folk sock.
White folk sock with the little KKK dudes.
Yeah. A few others. True. Good. All right. What else do we have?
My band.
Your band.
My ex-band. Because Drink Deep is the band now. But this was cool, man. 2011. How did you get this?
Let me see if this was one on the React Records.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, that's the first thing we put out on that label.
Good question. I may have actually. I didn't trade with React because you know Aram, right?
Yeah.
Aram Arslanian. We've been in touch since I would say late '90s. Because he was on this Revelation trading board. Do you know of it? Yeah. So people were like putting their wants and what they have.
Yeah.
And he was on it, and we traded a few times. And I think he was living in Canada back then.
Yeah.
Not in Seattle. And I may have written to him if he's into trades, but I don't know. Not all the American labels are into trades. I mean, it's a big label. He can easily sell his stuff, through stores and stuff like that. So I'm not really sure how I got that one.
Okay.
And the other one that I have, what is the name? The one with faces on the cover.
Pain Understood.
Pain Understood. I got it from Amendment Records.
Okay.
I traded with that guy. Which South American country was that label from?
From Chile.
Oh, they were Chilean.
Yeah,
all right.
So my friend Pablo runs that label, Amendment.
Yeah.
However, he moved to Montana in 2009, so he's been operating from there.
But he still runs
but it's still
the
a
label,
Chilean
right?
label, yeah. So this is cool.
He also released your other band, right?
Invierno.
Yes,
he did.
Right.
He did.
Cool. Is this a limited edition or anything?
Yeah, I believe we did like baby blue, clear blue, black, and clear. So I think that baby blue was one of the limited ones.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like not super limited, but more limited than black and the regular blue.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's cool, man. Like these React releases, they came with bonus stuff.
I see a
like
sticker.
Extra stuff. Yeah. So let's check it out.
Cool. Let's see what we have.
All right. So it's a fold-out cover. We got a young me there.
Was the whole band a straight edge? Or?
No, we were not a straight edge band. So like I always had the X's, and people maybe assumed that we were because I X up at every show. But no, it was only me and my friend Christian. Like, we were both straight edge.
Okay.
Still are. Head First, you know that band from California?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm wearing a Head First tour shirt there. Here's my boy Daniel, still friends, and then this is our first bass player. Lost touch with him. Anyways, I always like this cover. It looks like kind of the static of a TV screen.
It is.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's supposed to look like.
Okay.
You know, I designed this.
I see. So what do we have? A download code?
So yeah, download code for the MP3 lovers who want to put it onto their phone or their computers. Then you have, well, because the lyrics are all printed on the inside, this extra thing that comes with is what React called the essays. Yeah, so every essay was about a different topic. And in this case, it was my friend Pablo who wrote the essay about humility.
Okay.
Right? So like this was a series of essays that React would include in their early release.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it was always like this. I actually did the essay for Mindset for one of their 7-inches.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was like my first involvement with the label.
So that was still the time when Aram was running it, right?
Yeah, back in...
Because he sold it later on.
Yeah, to the singer of Mindset. But yeah, sticker, an essay to like, you know, give an extra message about, you know, something important.
Yeah.
Download code. Cool color, man. I still like the baby blue. Still looks good.
Cool. Absolutely.
Looks nice with the blue ink.
Yeah.
So this was our first release on an American label. because they took an interest after they heard our first LP, and they're like, "Hey, this is good stuff."
Cool.
So that felt good, you know.
So the other 7
opportunity.
inch that I have, is that the first one?
No, so this is the first one, and then you also have the second one. Pain Understood came
Pain
out
Understood is second.
just a year later. Yeah, on Amendment Records.
Okay, and then you had a split.
Then we had a split with Police and Thieves from Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
That came out around the time of this one, in 2011.
Okay.
Yeah, for our first US tour. And then we did the final LP, which was in 2018.
Oh, when did the first LP come out?
The first one came out in
Very early, right?
2009. Yeah.
So first LP and then 7 inches.
Yes, like one LP, then 3 7-inches,
And then the
and
last
then the
LP.
final LP. Yeah.
Yeah. Was that on React as well?
The final LP was on React.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's cool. Memory lane.
Nice. Let's listen to a song.
Okay. So
What would you pick?
So everyone's favorite was the title track, Winds of Promise. Isolation was cool because it had like a very Field Day Dag Nasty kind of guitar.
Okay.
And it's like way slower. So what do you want to listen to?
I don't
Slower or faster?
I'm a faster kind of guy.
Let's go fast.
You know?
All right, let's go with
You
the
know,
title
when you
track.
talk about Dag Nasty, which is definitely like one of my top 3 bands.
Same.
Field Day is not exactly the album that I go for when I talk about Dag Nasty.
neither,
Are we on the same page?
Yeah. Can I say
it's
the Bible? But the guitars are like slower, maybe more wig out, more fieldish.
Sure. I mean, if you're somebody who really appreciates it, like sense field and you know that kind of guitar.
Yeah.
It's understood.
All right, let's go with the first one.
Hold on. Cool. All right. Let's pick this one up. Nice. Really, really cool song. Really, really cool
Thank
song.
you.
Yeah.
I wish we would have recorded it faster.
Uh-huh.
Because live we always played everything faster, but
That's always like that.
Too late now. And I think that's why now with Drink Deep,
Uh-huh.
I always make sure that everything gets like recorded really fast, kind of like Rockford Light.
Okay.
So that I don't have the regrets that I have with
shit.
Remission recordings, where
I
I'm
see
like,
what you
oh
mean.
man, it should have been transmitting the same live energy.
Uh-huh.
You know, so too slow on recording, but live it was good.
All right. Yeah, but you know, like if you put Bad Brains there as a threshold, that's gonna be hard
No,
to
that's
keep.
that's too fast. But like pushing
All right.
towards
Yeah.
that. You know?
Good. All right. Where do we go next?
Please tell me about this one, because I know that as an Italian release, you are somewhat connected to this.
Yeah.
Tell
Indeed,
me.
I am. So, yeah, you probably chose it because there is Restos Fosiles and Vaders, who are two Argentinian bands.
Yeah.
And this is, this is my favorite song of this album, Golpe. It's the Golpe, fantastic song.
Yeah,
I believe it talks about
the dictatorship.
the coup. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So this was when I worked for Helter Skelter. This was my label. I ran it together with this guy Bruno, who had an 80s punk rock band called The Brat. They had a 7-inch out, and the two of us ran the label. So we started with this compilation called No Time to Panic, and No Time to Panic was this is the sequel to it called Panic Now. And basically, my boss asked me, he said, all these bands, we are in a good relation with BYO, with Fat Wreck, and so on. So I don't know, talk to bands. Let's put all this wave of punk rock, pop punk bands on a compilation. So we did that, No Time to Panic. And in that instance, I have to say, NoFX were really, really generous, and here they give us this song "Two on Glue," which was unreleased at the time, and on the No Time to Panic they give us an Avengers song, an Avengers cover. So I was like, wow. So I think just based on that, just based on having NoFX on the album, we sold something like 8,000 copies of that first compilation, and about 6,000 of this one, because it was something like 3,000 LPs. But remember the time, this was the time of CDs. So there was as many CDs as well. So anyway, there's a great lineup of bands. Pancras was a big band from Italy at the time. Burning Heads, one of my favorites from France. I imagine you know them. Yeah. So a very small band from Sicily called Banfa Banfa. Horace Pinker, they were from Arizona, I would say, in the United States. Pop punk.
They had a lot of splits,
Agab, another Italian band. Restos Fosiles, of course. Miriam Place, that was friends of mine from northeastern Italy. The guitar player played in a band called Creep Show. If you ever heard of them. They were on a few Green Records
I heard them on a
compilations.
7-inch compilation.
Yes, Between the
Growing
Clouds.
Concern
Perfect.
Yeah.
So that's the guitar player here in Miriam Place. Good Riddance, of course. No words needed for them. Happy Noise was another band from Italy, from Rome, pop punk. Not available. Pee-wees, they kind of became relatively famous. It's a band from La Spezia in Italy. They, very melodic.
Doing the bubblegum, the queer style thing.
Exactly. Yeah. And then we have, of course, NoFX, Beat-Offs, Baseball Annie. Baseball Annie, I believe they were from Germany.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. And then Manjus from Italy.
I like them.
And Vaders, that was another South American band from Argentina. And so if I show you this cover, would you know who made it? It's a very famous artist.
I do not.
All right. So he designed all the Dead Kennedys covers.
Okay.
His name is Winston Smith.
Okay.
Ever heard?
I mean, I know the covers, but I didn't know the person
Here we
behind
go,
them.
Winston Smith. So we had Winston Smith design a cover for this compilation, and he receives artwork. He was always into making these, collages, that are very abstract and kind of weird at the same time. Yeah. So, which song would you like to listen to? If I could choose, I would go for Restos Fosiles.
Of course.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I want to hear the
choice.
Restos Fosiles song. That's one of my favorite bands from Argentina. If people don't know them and they're into Samayan, I would say that that's a fair comparison.
Yeah.
Very melodic guitars.
Melancholic.
Yeah,
like a lot of heart. I would say.
Restos Fosiles. And I think that's why like I bought this from you in the first place, is because I wanted to complete the Restos Fosiles.
So it's the other side.
Sort of discography. Yeah. Here we go. All right, so second to last track.
All right.
133. Hope I get the groove right because it's tricky. All right. This is like a hit or miss thing.
Okay.
1, 2, let's see.
No.
There we go. And this comes with lyrics too?
Yeah. So what were you like? You're saying basically that these lyrics, because of this letter that is the wrong letter, like.
Yeah, hold on. I'll explain in a second.
All right.
All right. So in Spanish, español or castellano, we have this special N, which has like a little wavy symbol above it.
A little umlaut.
We call it ñ. Ñ.
But do you also have this letter?
Which one?
N, normal N.
Of course.
Okay.
So we have like the regular N.
So would there años be something?
Yeah, so here it's like 20 años más, 20 años de dolor, 20 años son fiel reflejo del dolor. So it's about like the
20 more years of pain, right?
Yeah, pain and like dictatorship. And so here, because of the lack of the ñ, it says 20 años, which means like 20 buttholes.
20 asses.
20 asses, yeah.
Oh my God.
Man, unfortunately,
yeah. All right. But I mean, people would understand that, right?
I mean, that's like a common thing, right?
Okay. You guys are used to it.
People, yeah.
All right.
It's common.
Nobody's going to go 20 asses.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. But this is a great song, and I'm glad we listened to this. Restos Fosiles are so good. They're a little underrated to me because a lot of their contemporary bands, they blew up. They would go to Chile and play in front of 1,500 people. Yeah. Restos Fosiles only went to Chile once, and unfortunately I missed that show because nobody wanted to go with me, and I should have just gone anyways, but you know, I was a 17-year-old kid living in the suburbs.
Okay.
So fuck, man, I didn't go.
So was it already 2000 or 90s?
This was 2002 or 2003.
Okay.
Yeah, so I missed my chance.
But is the band still around or?
No, they broke up. Maybe around like 2006.
Okay.
And then they had a brief reunion called under the name Los Restos.
Okay.
Which was Matias on guitar, the guy that you met in Italy. Yeah. Mane, the singer, and then a bass player and drummer that I don't know. Okay. But they weren't the original members at all. But yeah, they did some shows. I saw videos on YouTube. It looked amazing. They still sounded great. Nice. So many good songs. And this is one of the best ones. So I'm glad that you you put out this compilation.
Yeah, this is a great song. This is my favorite song on this compilation. It's like
amazing,
and I think it's my favorite song of that band.
Better than NoFX.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, it's a different style. You know, it's totally like you said. It sounds a bit like Sam I Am, and
for sure,
it's very heartfelt.
Yeah.
Do you know this band Rise from Canada?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah. So they have also like, they kind of go in that similar direction. Like you listen to their songs and like the feeling is like you're home next to a fireplace, you know, like it gives you a very cozy feeling. Yeah. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, those guitars. Man.
Yeah. Nice.
Very cool.
Cool. Which leaves us with this last record. Ooh. This is Los CRUDOS MK Ultra Split 7-inch.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Tell me how you got this, because it's a test press.
It's a test press.
So you see every day.
True. You know, I don't know. Like, I would say me and Martin go back way back. Do you know that their bass player released our 7-inch?
No idea.
Oh, okay.
So this side up?
Yeah. Yeah. So
what's
basically, it was called Alarma Records. Alarma. So basically, back in 1996, when we recorded the 7-inch, we had a split with this Brazilian band called White Frogs.
Yeah, I have it.
So so the idea was, okay, we have a little bit of following, they have a little bit of following, but we are both like kind of pretty new bands, similar kind of style. And he said, let's have a split. So kind of like you get the best of both worlds. So our fans get introduced to a Brazilian band. Brazilian fans of White Frogs get introduced to a band from Italy. And so we're like, okay, that's great. We're gonna put it out in Italy. We had this collective called Goodwill Records. We were 4 people. And then we were thinking, okay, but we should also get some other label from another country, put it out, so it spreads even more. We were all obsessed of getting our, music all, everywhere. And so this guy, Lenin, who was the bass player, who was the first bass player of Los CRUDOS, he gets in touch and he's like, I'll put it out on my label, Alarma Records. So this record came out, I would say 90, we put it out in 96, he probably put it out in late 96. Okay. And then we met finally in 99 when this setup toured the United States. We had 2 dates in Chicago. And I didn't meet Lenin, I met a friend of his who played in a band, Youth Against Fascism. Yeah. You remember that band? Yeah, he was a singer, and then we met, and he also gave me some copies. So yeah, there is a pressing, European pressing, and there is an American pressing of the split 7-inch. Slightly different artwork, not much difference, but you know how Americans use Kinkos a lot for photocopies? So it was like a photocopied cover with, all the inserts and everything. And so somehow through that connection I also met Martin, and we played twice with Los CRUDOS in Italy. I remember this concert in Modena with them and By Your Means, great show. And so then I met Martin again in 2017 when I volunteered at Maximum Rock and Roll. So I went there and I slept at the Maximum Rock and Roll house for a week. and Martin was around. He lived around the corner, basically the same block. And then at some point we did a trade. He was really interested in some stuff I put out on No Plan Records. And then we traded, and he wanted a test press. I said, I'll take a test press of what you have. And he had Los Crudos MK Ultra. I said, oh, why not?
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right. After I leave, I'm gonna buy this from you.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome. All right. So I would like to play one of their 4 tracks of Los Crudos. Que me importa. Which,
what do I care, right?
Yeah. What do I care? You know.
Oh,
Que me
fantastic.
importa.
Nice.
It's a cool statement about what it's like to be a hardcore punker.
Okay.
Or a punk.
Cool.
All right. So we got test press, and I believe Los Crudos is on this side. So let's give it a spin.
And then you go.
So that was Que me importa. What do I care?
What do I care?
Yeah, good translation, man. You know
nice.
some Spanish.
It's very similar to Italian.
Yeah.
Like we would probably say cosa mi importa or che mi importa. Che mi importa. It's like pretty much the same thing. But yeah, you know, like very often people mix that thing. You know, when they say, oh, habla español or parla italiano, and they mix this
even
un
Portuguese.
poco, un poquito, right?
Yeah.
And in Italian, you wouldn't say un poco. You say poco, which means a little, or un po.
Un po.
Un po.
That
Un
sounds
po.
cool.
Just a bit. Just a bit. And you say un poquito?
Poquito.
Poquito.
Yeah, un poquito.
All right. Good. So what's your connection to Los Crudos?
So, Los Crudos. There's this punk label in Chile called Mazapunk.
Is it a recent one?
No, it's from the 90s.
Okay.
And Mazapunk, they put out a Crudos tape of one of their releases. I don't remember which one exactly. But like if you got into punk and hardcore like in the late 90s or the early 2000s, you knew Mazapunk and you knew that Los Crudos as a Chicago band, but that like had
Latinos?
Had Latinos in the band and lyrics were in Spanish. Like it was just one of those bands that you had to be into, or like most of your friends would be into. And a friend gave me that tape. I kept it for a while, then I gave it to another friend. But anyways, the thing about Los Crudos is, man, the music is so fucking powerful. The lyrics are so good, so political, and probably one of their most iconic songs for South Americans is Asesinos.
Yeah.
And it's a song that like talks about, you know, the several dictators in the world, like in the 20th century, late 20th century. And they mentioned Pinochet. So I think that like Chileans, you know, they can like really relate to that song. Argentinians, Chileans, you know, like with the Asesinos song.
Okay.
Yeah. And well, I missed Crudo's first show with Fun People in '98 because I wasn't into punk back then.
Okay.
But luckily I got to see them in Bella Vista, the bohemian neighborhood that we have in Santiago.
Okay.
In 2013. And it was fucking amazing. It was amazing. I mean, like the stage was a little too high, but the show was incredible. Like the energy, man, Martin still brings it.
When was the first time they came?
'98.
No.
Yeah, they played with Fun People.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I've seen photos. Yeah. Everyone looks like really young and like full of hair.
That's around the time when we played with them. I think 1998.
But yeah, the 2013 show was great. And as like your typical punk show, there were riots outside. Once it ended because like some people were pissed that like they couldn't get in because it was either sold out or just like some drunk street punks were complaining about prices.
That can't be. With Los Crudos, I don't believe.
Well, like even though you're flying a band from the US and like organizing a tour, some people just don't get like all the time and money behind like planning and organizing a tour.
But that's one band that I would always imagine, you know, there would be just like Fugazi, there would be like, you know, like you can't charge a shitload of money for it.
Well, and I'm sure that the price was affordable or reasonable, but you know there were still like people, you know, maybe that prefer to spend their money on beer or just financially can't afford it. So
true.
There were riots outside. Police came. I remember these like enormous dumpsters on fire. So there was like melted plastic, broken glass.
That was before the show or
after?
After the show.
Yeah, once it ended. Yeah, and
man.
I remember I had my bike and I went home, and even though I wasn't riding the bike because I knew like one of the tires might pop from the broken glass, I had a pop tire anyways.
No.
Yeah. So it's like, man, what the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah, silly. But great show.
Yeah.
Great show.
I mean, speaking of prices, or show prices, I was just, this is something I was watching earlier. There was Robert Smith talking about how people, you know, how like somebody was telling him, like you can't charge so little for your shows. And he says, well, I don't know, that's what I want to charge. So he said, what happened is that managers of other bands called him because he doesn't have a management. He's the management of the band. Okay. So the managers of other band called me and said, why are you having your prices so cheap? You make us look bad. You make us look greedy. And he said, what do I care? Well, maybe the problem is that you are greedy. Yeah. You know? Yeah, like I'm happy with the prices that I have. Now you want me to you know, make my prices higher so you look better? Crazy.
Ridiculous.
So yeah, this is definitely one band that, you know, I have no doubt whatsoever that they were overcharging for their show.
No, like the organizers were their friends, so like everything was aligned. It's just,
absolutely. Yeah. That's one thing that, you know, like kind of differentiates punk from other genres, you know, with bands like Fugazi, bands like Los CRUDOS Que, like we care about people who come to see our shows. We care they don't pay too much money for the shows. So yeah. Great band. All right, did we cover everything?
Covered everything.
Yeah, cool.
CRUDOS split.
Good.
Chicago. We got the HARD-ONS from Australia. We got Canadians. We got people from Los Angeles. We got Chileans.
Nice.
We got people from
all over the place.
Yeah, thanks to you.
And then Reno, Nevada. All places.
7 seconds.
Nice. Yeah, cool. Yeah, Philippe.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for coming.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah, cool. Great to have you here.
I'll be back.
Nice.